Do you have an addiction that you're ready to quit once and for all? If so, this video is for you. Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt Schmidt and I guide people to heal themselves. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you something that is very powerful, a very powerful process to end that cycle of addiction once and for all. I'm super excited to share this because I've seen this work already. So I'm already really pumped for this because I made a couple other videos and people have gotten back to me that they said that they were able to stop using whatever, or they never smoked another cigarette after they did one of my meditations one time. And those weren't even geared to addiction. So this one is specific for addiction. So I know that people out there will get a lot out of this. They'll be successful. This one is specifically tailored to this. And as you know from some of my other videos, this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and I feel that I'm just really excited to share this. Really excited. The nice thing about this is it's so versatile. Doesn't matter what the addiction is. Doesn't matter how it looks. It doesn't matter how long you've had it. It's all the same thing. It all comes from somewhere. So the beauty of this process is doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how long you've had it. Doesn't matter if you've relapsed before, tried to quit other ways, because this is a different process. This isn't like anything else you've ever tried. Um, this is a way to get to the core issue of what's actually going on. Some of you may be familiar with terms like, oh, he's a dry drunk. Or if you've gone through some of these things, if you've tried to break these addiction cycles and you can get rid of you can quit doing whatever it is, but the issue is you still feel the pull. You didn't get to the why. I feel it's so important to get to the why because when you can address it on that core level, you can you don't have that pull anymore. You've healed that core wound that's pulling you to do this. So even when I quit drugs and stuff like that, I still felt that pull because I didn't actually get to why I was feeling the way I was feeling. Sure, all the stuff was gone. I wasn't using anything, but I still felt that pull. And when I addressed it on that level, I didn't really feel it anymore. I don't feel that anymore at all. So that's kind of the beauty of this. It's one of the issues I have with some of the recovery programs and stuff is that uh, people saying, "Oh, I'm an addict." No, you were. Start taking your power back. You are powerful. You can do this. You're not powerless over your addiction. You are powerful. And because you're powerful, you will be successful in doing this. Start shifting your thinking. You don't have this stamp on you that's saying you're an addict. No, you can say I was addicted. It's just as powerful to acknowledge it that way. Don't reinforce that you are an addict. Just be like, oh, well, this is part of my life and it's not going to be anymore. And that's beautiful. Okay? You're meant to change. That's why you come here. You come here to change. You're not supposed to stay stagnant. All right, so a little bit of how this works. We'll get to the core of this issue, and when you can address it on that level, we change that part of the story. We change how you relate to that, your attachment to that, and from there, um, we can address that on that deeper, deeper level. So, a little bit about my journey. I've gone through some of these things with addiction, and what I'm sharing with you today are some of the powerful techniques that I've learned along the way to help heal addiction and to really help you make that powerful shift and be successful. I can't make you do anything you don't want to do. Okay. I've had some people come to me and they're like, oh, can you make me not like alcohol? It doesn't work that way. It's still up to you. I can't make you do anything, but after today, it'll be easier than ever before to commit to this process and to be successful in quitting. All right. So right now, I want you to commit to this process. Commit not to me. You're not doing it for me. You're doing it to yourself. Commit to this process and whatever it takes to get you there. I encourage you to tell one or two people that are close to you that can give you support along this journey. It also helps you be accountable as you step into this, and don't be so hard on yourself. As you commit to this process, it's okay if you slip, but I encourage you to come back to it. Doesn't matter if you miss a day. It doesn't matter if you relapse. Doesn't matter if you slip back. No big deal. Don't attach anything to that, because a lot of people, they'll screw up one time and they'll be like, oh, I guess it's over. I can't do this. No, stick with it. If you go back, big deal. Come back to it and pick up right where you left off. It doesn't affect the process. We are looking at the end goal, we're looking at the big picture, and don't get so attached to the outcome or how that looks. All right, I want you to be successful. We're looking for the big picture. We're looking for the end goal. It doesn't matter how that blip looks along the way. That'll be just a blip when you look back at that period of time anyway. Okay. Do this as often as you need. Do this daily as often as you need for however long you need it. Some people it's going to be 3 weeks. Some people it's going to be 10 days. Some people it's going to be one time. All right? By doing this more and more, you will reinforce the process. You will go through the other layers of anything else that's keeping you stuck or anything else that would pull you back. And the more you do it, the more successful you'll be at this. But you know yourself better than anyone. So do what's right for you. All right, I'm going to invite you to, we're going to get right into the process. I want you to find somewhere comfortable, somewhere where you can relax, somewhere free of distractions. I prefer laying down. Some people prefer sitting up. Whatever feels right. You may even be listening to this with headphones on to eliminate any outside distractions. All right, and as you return to this video, you don't have to listen to the beginning part again. You can just jump ahead to this time in the meditation. Good, and once you're somewhere comfortable, I want you to just go ahead and allow your eyes to close. And then go ahead and just take a couple nice, big, slow, deep breaths. And relax into this beautiful, relaxed feeling. Now in a moment, we're going to do some intentions. We're going to start with some intentions. As you know, intentions are important as they let the universe know what we plan to do. And for this part with the intentions, if you want to place your hands over your heart, that amplifies the energy of the intentions. The electromagnetic energy of the heart is about 1,000 times that of the head. So by putting our focus, our awareness there, it amplifies our intention. Even doing this collectively as a group, all of our combined intentions into this healing process amplifies it. Doesn't matter if you're watching this live or on the replay. Okay. And now I want you to repeat either out loud or in your mind. I intend to release all patterns tied to my addiction. I intend to do whatever it takes to quit. I am powerful and I can do this. Good. Now go ahead and just take a nice, slow, deep breath. As you exhale, just allowing that breath to flow from your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, relaxing your entire body. And then another nice, big, slow, deep breath. As you exhale, you can feel your body relax even more and more and more. And then just go ahead and take another nice, slow, deep breath. And just feel the relaxation flow through your body. And now I want you to bring to mind what you get from whatever you're addicted to. Maybe you feel love. Maybe you feel full. Maybe you feel happy. Maybe you don't feel at all. You don't feel pain. You don't feel emotion. For me, it was I felt better than I did without it. You know what's best for you. What do you get from whatever you're addicted to? Bring that to mind. Go ahead and just tap into that feeling. Now go ahead and just breathe in nice and slow. As you exhale, I want you to focus on the opposite of that. Maybe it's not feeling love. Maybe it's feeling empty. Maybe it's not feeling unhappy. Maybe it's feeling that emotion. Maybe it's feeling that pain. Maybe it's feeling like you're not enough. And as you focus on that feeling, that unpleasant feeling, I want you to just breathe in nice and slow. Breathing in that awareness. And then just see where you're noticing the impact of that in your body. Where you're feeling maybe that energy is stored. Maybe where you're feeling that emptiness, tightness, whatever it is. Just sitting with that feeling and just allowing whatever to come up. Then become aware of what you notice as you scan the body. Good. Now just breathe in that feeling, breathe in the awareness of whatever you're experiencing. And just become aware of the first thought, the first feeling that's tied to this. Maybe something someone said, maybe an emotion, just whatever comes to mind first. And as you breathe in nice and slow, focusing on that feeling or whatever comes to mind, you'll have more clarity around this. And then as you're focusing on that thought, that feeling, I want you to just allow your mind and body to just drift and float. Just drifting and floating. Your subconscious mind knows how this all connects together. And connecting back to another time, another place, when you felt or thought a similar way. Just drifting and floating, connecting back to another time, another place, when you felt a similar way. Remember, you don't have to re-experience anything. You can watch it as an observer if you need to, and just see what's happening in that scene. Become aware of what's happening in that scene. Good. And just become aware of how old you feel. What feels right. All right, now go ahead and just take a nice, big, deep breath. Breathe yourself into that body. Merge your consciousness with that younger version of you. And just become aware of what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what sort of things they're telling themselves in this moment. You'll be amazed and surprised how easy this is to see what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what sort of things they're telling themselves. And just trust whatever comes to mind first. Good. Now take a nice, big, slow, deep breath and just breathe yourself out of that body. I want you to imagine a golden white healing light coming from your heart to them, comforting them, consoling them, softening their energy. Giving them whatever they need. And letting them know that you are them from the future. That you came back to rescue them, to set them free. They don't have to be stuck in this time, in this place, in these feelings anymore. Good. And I want you to, not even in words, more almost in feeling, giving them what they need. Maybe it's love, maybe it's acceptance, maybe it's attention. Maybe it's letting them know that they are enough, or that it's safe for them to feel now. They don't have to stay closed off anymore. What do you want them to understand so that they can let this go? So they don't have to feel what they've been feeling anymore. Maybe you're hugging them, maybe you're holding them. What do you notice changes about their energy as they're being given what they needed in this healthy way? How does this change? How does this change them? And as you're hugging them, holding them, I want you to thank them. Thank them for everything that they went through to help you get to where you are today. Thanking them for everything they went through. Everything that they endured. Just letting them know it's time to be done. It's time to let go. And then just breathing in their innocence, their excitement and joy for life. Their strength, their confidence. Whatever was missing, whatever was lost. Their whole future ahead. They can make choices about life now that they couldn't make before. They no longer feel those things that they felt. With each big deep breath, allowing this to integrate more into all the cells of the body, anywhere where this absence has been felt. Beautiful. Feeling more whole, more complete. Further dissolving those walls around the heart that have been built up to keep yourself safe, to keep yourself protected. As you're breathing them into the body, releasing these old patterns of addiction, whatever you got from whatever you're addicted to, releasing that heaviness, those dense emotions, the sadness, the unhappiness, the anger, the guilt, the resentment, the feelings of not being enough, not good enough, any emotional pain, any physical pain, releasing that back into time, back into space with each big deep breath. None of that exists in this moment now. Good, feeling lighter, feeling clearer already. Now I want you to move forward in time. Just take a nice big deep breath. In a moment, we're going to move forward in time. Just breathe in deeply and then just drift and float. Forward in time, 6 months. Moving forward in time, 6 months. And I want you to see your future self. Your future self that's no longer addicted. And just become aware of what you notice about their energy, about how they look, how they feel. Look into your eyes. Look into the eyes of future you. What do you notice about their soul? How do they feel on this deep level? And now I want you to open up to having a mind-to-mind conversation with your future self. And can you ask them how they got there? How are they successful in getting there? What did they do to be successful? What did they do to quit? What was the best way for them to quit? Trust whatever comes to mind. Now, can you ask them for any advice? What advice do they have for you to be successful? Trust whatever comes to mind. Good. Now I want you to breathe in deeply. Breathe yourself into this future body. Merge your consciousness with this future self. What do you notice about your energy, your clarity, your happiness, your overall well-being? What's your first impression? How do you feel? How does your life look? What do you all notice with this change? Good. Now I want you to breathe in deeply. And I want you to allow this to anchor in into all the cells of your body. This is your motivation. This is your fuel going forward. This is where you're headed. Breathing this in deeply, allowing this to anchor in so that every cell in your body knows where you're headed. Every cell in your body has a clear 360 view of where you need to get, how you need to get there, and what life will be like when you do. Good. And then thank your future self. And then just gently come back into the room where you started. Feeling more confident. Knowing that you have the power to quit and you can do this. You have the power to do whatever it takes to quit. Now that you've released these patterns tied to addiction. Good. I encourage you to revisit this as often as you need to really anchor this in. Remember, if you slip, it's not a big deal. You just come back to it and focus on the end goal. Good. And I encourage you to share your journey. Share your journey in the comments below with other people. I feel that it really helps other people to hear other people's stories and be honest. Be honest with whatever comes up. If you struggled the first time, put that down. It's important for people to be authentic, be true to themselves. I think we can all benefit when we do that. All right, thank you so much for joining me on this one. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.